Ladies and gentlemen, it's titoclocker. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to titoclocker. My God, that June is fast. Look at that. Man, woo! This is amazing. It's really incredible. Hi everyone, welcome to the show, titoclocker. It's Tito James here with the rest of the crew. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well on this Friday, September 10, 2020. What is it? What's the year? 20 something. We're not counting anymore because we've kind of living in this alternative universe that we find ourselves stuck in, right? I hope you're all doing fine aside from all of that. I know we're going through some pretty crazy stuff and, well, we just got to adjust. So let's spend the next hour or so together and just enjoy each other's company and learn a few new things if we can. And also, of course, we can't forget some cool prizes towards the end. So we got some pretty cool stuff here. Just want to kick things off for those who've just joined us and may not know, although background music. Okay, there you go. We got some stuff like this this is really great for, well, they're groceries, right? You really cannot go wrong with groceries. So that's going to be given away to one lucky person out there, 2,000 pesos worth. Hopefully that should get you through the rest of MECQ. Sana naman, although we just don't know, right? So I'm just trying to fix my background music. Is it on? Okay, good. Took a little second there, but we're already online. Okay, so that's coming up. We've also got the latest in, well, the Free Plug Friday, which everyone looks forward to. But before all of that, let's go and say hi to a few titoclockers. We already greeted June and May Ann because these guys are staples. Man, they are so quick the way they come in. We just love it. It's just heartwarming to see it, right? I think in the last broadcast, I said it's like they're locked and loaded and they're just waiting there, sitting on the trigger. As soon as we go live, kapang! And that's just beautiful. I think it's great. Can't get too excited about, or can't get any more excited than I am about that. So let's go back a little bit and see Jessel, Pearl, who's also always tuned in. Hi Pearl, hello there, matey. She says Ivy Karen Dang's also out there. We got Ela DQ. Joyce Nava says woohoo. All right, we got Arvin Vega Years out there. We've also got Luisito João Arnoza. We got Richard Bolsoy and a whole bunch more. So I'll probably say hello to a few more of you throughout the show. Miko Baltazar and the rest of you who come in and just pop a comment. Of course, we have this raffle going on, but that is on the main page. So if you want to join that, if you want to be in that, make sure that you leave your hand up there because that's where it's going to be drawn from. For the newcomers, how we do it is we have a software called Easy Promos. It's it's just a raffle software that picks it out of the comments. So we need you to be in one particular place, which is the actual post of the raffle itself. So if you're putting up your hand here, well, it's great, but just know that it won't be an official entry into the raffle draw because we're only drawing from that side. Sometimes we have raffles that we draw straight from here because it's an exclusive raffle to the live viewers only, but that one is out there for everyone to join. All right, so let's kick things off with the latest in headlines, and for that we need Chris. Chris, hope you're in a good mood, Chris, and I hope you got some good news for us.
Yes, I do, Tito James. Hello and good afternoon, my fellow titoclockers. Thank God it's Friday again. This is Chris for your titoclock news. The United States announced today an additional $11.3 million aid to the Philippines to support its COVID-19 vaccine rollout, as the country grapples with the fast-spreading Delta variant outbreak for several weeks already. U.S. Embassy in Manila said that apart from the provision of vaccines, U.S. aid is intended to support the country's national response plan to detect, manage, and treat COVID-19, especially among its most vulnerable populations. On Tuesday, the government extended a stricter modified enhanced community quarantine in Metro Manila until September 15, deferring an earlier plan to shift the capital to a more relaxed quarantine classification. Manila logged on Thursday its highest number of cases in a single day with 22,820. Total number of confirmed cases rose to 2.16 million, while fatalities reached 34,733. Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr., currently in the U.S. for an official visit, met with counterpart Secretary of State Anthony Blinken in Washington, where they discussed the pandemic and America's commitment to support Manila in addressing the COVID-19 pandemic. Mayor Miguel Ponce III said today that the municipal government of Pateros has started the registration of its residents aged 12 to 17 years old for COVID-19 vaccination. Ponce explained that the local government is still waiting for clear guidelines from the Department of Health before they conduct the actual inoculation. Pateros already reached herd immunity among its residents aged 18 years old and above. Ponce pointed out that the Pateros government will continue inoculating non-residents under the We Vax as One initiative of Metro Manila mayors. Meanwhile, the Food and Drug Administration approved the amendment in the emergency use authorization of Moderna and Pfizer vaccines to include its use on adolescents aged 12 to 17 years old. Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. said the vaccination of children against COVID-19 could start by the end of September or October, depending on the supply of vaccines. Leila Fernandez is one win away from a fairy tale ending to her Cinderella run at the 2021 US Open. The 19-year-old representing Canada but with Filipino and Ecuadorian roots bested world number 2 Arina Sabalenka in a heart-stopping semifinal 7-6, 4-6, 6-4 on Thursday, which is Friday Manila time. In a run that saw her stun erstwhile defending champion Naomi Osaka and former US Open champ Angelique Kerber, Fernandez booked her first career Grand Slam final. She faces the winner of the second semifinal between fellow teen Emma Raducanu and Maria Sakkari. Sabalenka looked poised to dominate Fernandez when she took an early 4-1 advantage in the opening set with her heavy serves. But the world number 73 recovered with a blistering comeback that would result in a tiebreaker. Errors plagued the 23-year-old Sabalenka in the most crucial moments, though, as she had a total meltdown in the 10th game of the set, which eventually gave Fernandez the finals berth. The Matrix 4, aka The Matrix Resurrections, got its first trailer on Thursday. The trailer gave us hints about what became of Keanu Reeves' Neo and Carrie-Anne Moss's Trinity in the wake of 2003's The Matrix Revolutions, because it is all to the tune of Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit. The fourth movie in the Matrix franchise hits theaters and HBO Max on December 22. The official site teased the trailer on Tuesday, inviting you to take the red or blue pill as you would be treated to different footage from the sci-fi adventure. The cyberpunk story kicked off in the beloved 1999 original. Two sequels, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions, followed in 2003. Directed by Lana Wachowski, the movie brings back Jada Pinkett Smith, Lambert Wilson, and Daniel Bernhardt from the original trilogy. Neil Patrick Harris, Christina Ricci, Priyanka Chopra Jonas, Jessica Henwick, Yahya Abdul Mateen II, and Jonathan Groff are new to the franchise. Those were the latest in headlines, Tito James. It's time to look at the inbox. Let's go! Are you ready? Never ready.
So go easy, okay?
Okay.
Hit me.
Just a little warning. I think
why warning?
I think our Tito Clockers are a little bit triggered because of the
Why?
extended MECQ. So
Who isn't?
I'm not sure how
I
you're
think
gonna.
Rock is the most triggered at the moment. Did you see that?
Oh yeah. All right,
Okay,
let's
go
see the
on.
first one. It's called What's the Rush? And I can hear myself from your monitor.
Oh, you can? All right.
Yeah, I
sorry
do.
about that. I'm actually on headphones, but for some reason you're coming through. Oh wait, let me try this. How's that? No.
Hello, sound check.
No.
All right. Oh no, I can still hear myself. So here we go. We have another vehicle in front of this guy. So if we can rewind. Shoo.
Ay, kamote. here we go. With the little
Yep.
ego. You know, this is what you call small man syndrome. Or small
It
car
feels like a
syndrome.
race.
Yeah, so let me see if I can fix your audio there because let's do that. How
Sound
about now?
check. Sound check. 1, 2,
Gone?
3. Okay, I think it's gone.
Yeah,
Yes.
all right. I fixed something.
Woohoo!
I fixed something technical.
We
There is hope for
technology.
mankind and
There
us
is.
around the world.
I'm actually
Well, go
jumping.
figure. Oh, I'm so happy.
All right.
Okay, now I'm in a good mood. Now there's nothing you can show me that's gonna piss me off. So go try it.
Yay! That's awesome. All right, the second one is called Wait, Stop! Let's see the video.
Let's see. Okay. I might. What's this one? Have I seen this one before?
Not sure.
Wait. Ah.
Ooh.
Wow, that hung at the right exact time. If only it hung like
Mhm.
that in real life. If only we were in the Matrix.
If
Well, I think
only.
we are in the Matrix, to be honest. I really do.
Probably you
Oh,
haven't woken up yet.
just grab it. What's wrong with that guy? I mean, he couldn't see it. Where
I
is
don't
this?
know.
Is that? I mean, it's really dark. Is that a two-way road? Is that an intersection?
I'm
Whatever.
not
It's
sure, but
kind of
still.
plainly idiotic. Okay.
Yeah.
What's wrong with people? Talaga. Grabe talaga. Oh my
They're all in a
gosh.
hurry.
And this, yeah, I've always said COVID's not our biggest threat. It's pretty scary. And that's saying a lot because COVID is obviously pretty scary, but you know, this is self-inflicted. Go.
All right. Anyway, I think the next one is something you're prepared for because you posted this. It's called Etsa Last Night.
It's oh yeah, this looks really bad. Look at that car there on the corner
Mhm.
on the side of your screen, the left-hand side flipped over and they're around Eaton City. Don't
Yeah.
know the details of things, but you know, to flip a car, you need some speed. You can't just
I know.
that doesn't just do it on its own on low speeds. So without trying to pass judgment or anything, someone was going too fast. Not
Mhm.
sure. You know, this poor guy could have been hit. We don't know, but just be careful out there. Don't drive faster than your angels can fly.
Yes, indeed. I'm wondering if there's any
You see these?
CCTV footage of the actual flipping.
There should be. I mean, there should be. There really should be. But yeah, hopefully if we can. Hopefully everyone's okay here. But it's just another testament to, you know, just because this is where I don't understand. I'm not going to get political, so don't worry, don't get stressed. This is what I just can't understand about the pandemic response worldwide, but here in the Philippines, you know, when we're so unreasonable about some things, like you can't exercise, you can't go out, you have to wear the stupid face shield, all these crazy things. I understand we're solving a serious problem. I'm not trying to say it's not, but we're adding all these stupidities. And yet there's plainly in sight, we've been begging for 20 years. I've dedicated my career for almost 20 years doing nothing but banging on the drum of road safety because more people die in road accidents than they do from COVID. And this is year after year after year after year after year. And
Right.
that's where the government has a responsibility to make sure that they build the proper infrastructure, have the proper roadworthy checks, all these things that we've been, and it's deaf ears. So it really boils my blood when all of a sudden it's a new thing. Oh, it's a pandemic. Yeah, I get it. It's serious. But what's not serious about this? Are they different lives being lost? Are they different lives being ruined financially and otherwise? I mean, no, it's just as traumatic, just as tragic. When you get involved in an accident or you have a family member that you lose in an accident, it is one of the most traumatic experiences anyone can go through, yet it's deadma, complete deadma. You're begging them to just put speed limiters into the bus, get the law passed, and not just that, the law's already passed, but they won't enforce it because they won't put an IRR on it. That doesn't make sense to me. But yet, when somebody doesn't wear a face shield, bigyan ng 5,000 fine yan, 2,000 fine, grabe yun. Shame them on social media, come on. Some, let's keep the standards a little bit uniform and non-hypocritical, please.
Absolutely.
Wow. I normally save my
Ooh.
words for after. Sorry about that. And I did say I
That's
wouldn't
okay.
get. What's in this?
I don't know. What did you put in there?
I don't know. I think I put a little outrage in here.
Oh, maybe.
Thanks, Chuck.
Or maybe a few
That's it. Relax,
MECQ.
relax, relax.
Relax,
Anything
relax,
will do,
relax.
Tita.
All right.
Calm down, calm down. Mag-inom
We
muna.
we have
Follow the
we have
speed limit.
two
Okay.
more to
Real
go.
talk. Oh, meron pang real talk dyan. Okay. James for
Hashtag real
president.
talk.
Yeah, okay. Go on.
I'd
Yeah.
vote for you. All right. So the
I
next
wouldn't vote
one
for
you
me.
also the next one you also posted this. It's called E Camotes.
The
E Camotes.
e-kamotes or the
The
kamote
E
Q.
Camotes.
Yeah, ito.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
These are environmentally friendly kamotes because they're
Ay,
electric
nako.
powered. They're not even supposed to be here. I mean, I don't know why they're supposed. This is obviously EDSA, right? That's the Heritage Hotel there, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm not making that up. Okay, that's a Heritage Hotel. So this is EDSA. EDSA is a national road. Tricycles are not allowed on the national road. And
How did they get
well,
there?
okay. Um, One, I don't know how he got there. I'm not. I haven't been to this area for a while. Okay, but
Same.
immediately it doesn't matter if you go to the area or not. That's kamotenism right there. Okay, you do not try to
Mhm,
make sing it when a big bus is trying to make a wide turn. You just don't do that. It doesn't matter where
mhm,
you are, what it is. That's just common sense, right? Which is not common as we keep saying. But this
mm,
bus over here in Amman, I'm not sure why is it. Is there something that I'm missing about why that's not in the bus lane? Because we do have
mm.
a dedicated bus lane there. Ano na, may divider
Yes.
now. Why is he turning in
Yes.
from the cars? Again, not justifying the kamotes. These are two separate ones. Why is he not using his indicator? Again, we can also see him turn.
Mhm.
We're not blind, but if you're gonna call out, you
Ye-
also call them all out because it doesn't make sense as well to me. Why this bus is turning from the private lane and why all of a
mhm.
sudden they're allowed to use our lanes. Remember, this is not anymore just a painted yellow line. Here we go. You brought my blood pressure back up. Okay, it's not just a painted line anymore. We've got physical hard barriers. Now you walked into this. Now you sit there and you take this there, you Chris. All right, you take the lecture
I
take it
am.
like a man.
I
She's
will.
probably
I
thinking, "Oh,
am
open
taking
up
it
the
like a
Pandora's box
girl.
here." But there you go. You see, they're putting the barriers there. They might say, I don't know what excuse they're going to use, but the thing is now that's a dedicated bus lane, but he's driving in the private lane. Then he has to cut across and he doesn't indicate. Then you've got these camotes
Mm.
trying to sneak in and break the laws of physics. It's just not going to work. And I also think that we just have to standardize things. I mean, the bus lane is like that throughout EDSA. It's
Yes.
segregated, and all of a sudden, it's just every man for himself. And all of a sudden, you're allowed in the bus lane. Now you're not. And then you get a fine. And you don't know when the fines come in because the fines can sometimes take a year or 2 years or 3 years when you renew your
True.
vehicle and find out that a driver that you had 2 years ago has clocked up whatever 50 fines on the bus lane. This is what outrages people. I'm getting a lot of messages from people from the non-contact violation programs that are being introduced around LGUs. A lot have to do
Mm.
with the bus lane. A lot have to do with very ambiguous rules around it, but they get no say. It's like they are tried and sentenced in the same little electronic transfer of whatever they call it, right? The same thing. The verdict's been handed down and they don't even know. And imagine if you're a taxi company and you have drivers. I know that there's a responsibility that you are going to have. If you're a taxi company, you need to make sure your taxi drivers are always. You can't just say, "Well, they're my drivers. I don't know anything about that." You have a responsibility.
No.
I get it.
Yeah.
They also have a
Absolutely.
responsibility to give you within a timely fashion what your violations are.
That's true. Ah. Woo. Okay na.
So,
All
and
right. The last
even rockets.
one. Even Rocket triggered now. Rocket,
Yeah,
relax ka
right. Even
lang.
rockets like, dude, just pull the raffle already because.
Everyone's excited
Okay, what else
for
you got?
DCQ. Anyway, all right. The last one is called Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Viewer discretion is advised.
Now you see me.
Look
now you
towards your right side. Whee! All right. For
Is that
those who
a
didn't see properly, look towards the
tricycle?
right. I think it's a car.
I don't know what we're looking at.
You don't.
What are we looking at?
Center right. Center right.
What are you doing?
Or maybe towards the center.
Okay,
Follow
so
the
then you
blinking
just
car. Yes. And
oh, what happened?
yes.
You go off the road? Oh
Yes.
my gosh! Yeah. Okay, that took me a while. It's like the
Yeah.
road just
Me,
ended. And
same. Same.
where is
Same.
that?
Same.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, it
Not
looks like
sure
it flew
where it
off the
is.
end of the earth. Maybe the earth is flat. Who knows, right? I mean, somebody fell off the edge of it. I mean, maybe they
I
aren't crazy
know.
after all. Oh
I don't
gosh.
know what
I hope he's
happened.
okay or she. He or she. My goodness, that looks pretty serious. What is it, Rocket? Rocket's no, something.
All right. Rocket wants to see what happened, what the fuzz is all
No,
about.
no, he's just getting the vibes. He's going, oh, I bet this guy's stressing out of it, coming, calm him down.
All right. Relax ka lang daw kasi Tito James. Okay. So maraming salamat po sa ating mga Tito Clockers for sending in these entries. Yeah, that's all we have for today, Tito James. Thank you so much and have a fabulous weekend, everyone. Again, avoid kamote people, but always choose happiness with some sugar rush. Let's all stay safe, healthy, and hydrated and relaxed. This is Chris. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, Chris. There's Chris's chirpy little voice we always look forward to on a Friday. Perks us up, even though she riles me up. She's got a way of bringing me right back down with that calm, soothing voice. If you like that voice, there's her IG and FB handle. Look for her on there. She does accept bookings, not just for voiceover work, and she also does children's parties and online hosting and stuff like that. That's how we spread the love around, is we share it with our community, because this is how we get out of this mess that we find ourselves in. We don't even know the name of the mess, but we know it ends with a Q. That's all, right? We've been calling it A1Q for a long time, but we understand that there is, it's like this all around the world, and we just have to do our bit. So in order to survive, in order to not go crazy, what we try to do is help one another. And this is a program that we call Free Plug Friday. And Free Plug Friday was pretty much developed just to help those young early businesses pivot into the pandemic, people who are just trying to figure things out, sink or swim, or just small businesses, even if it was pre-pandemic, it doesn't matter. But the whole thing is we try to give priority to companies that are small and family-run businesses in local communities, so that we can spread the money around locally, and then it spreads out. You don't want to go into the major big corporations, because it takes a while to get back into your community. Nothing against big corporations, because they are great for the economy too. But I think if you're restarting, you start at the grassroots level, stimulate that, and then work your way up. And then, of course, the multinationals, they'll find a way how to pivot and survive, and they've got other things that they can sort of rely on. But for now, it's all about the folks, and for that, what we need is X. And X, what you got in the box there, X?
Hi DJs, we actually have a lot in store once again, but before we go there, I just want to say hi to all the clockers. Welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday. All right, please be nice on this free. Tito James, we can't start our Free Plug Friday or any day without
Bitcoin.
No, Tito
What do you mean?
James,
Come on!
God's sake.
All these trick questions.
The first one, Tito James, come on.
Oh, coffee.
Coffee,
Okay, all right.
that's
Okay.
right.
'Cause normally I start with crypto.
And then coffee.
Sabay naman.
All right. Fair enough. So, Tito James, our friends at Analog Group sent over a few bags of their drip coffee in Raffle flavor, and each of these bags actually contain 8 pieces of drip coffee. How did you like it, Tito James?
I enjoyed the brew. It was potent. It was robust.
Wow.
It had some character in it. It was strong. Yeah.
And coming from a coffee drinker such as yourself, that means a lot, because I'm sure you're very particular about your coffee.
About 4 cups a day.
Oh wow! All right, Tito James, you know what's good about these drip bags? And they are sealed individually as well, which makes it super portable and easy to carry around if you need a quick coffee fix. And all you need to do is get yourself a cup and some hot water, and that's it. You're done.
It's here's what I can say about it. It's like I go through the coffee machine process. Every coffee drinker has a different,
For sure.
because it's an experience. It's not just a drink, right? So.
Yes.
If you are into the whole grinding and all that, well, okay, there's that method. This one here is like having this sophisticated coffee in an instant package.
That's true.
So instead of doing the 3-in-1 thing, or tearing that sachet of that, and then pouring it there and feeling like you're in a waiting room somewhere, this adds a touch of class to the instant world of coffee. because it puts it into an instant format. You have those tea bags
That's
type
true.
of thing.
Yes.
They're sealed, and it gives you the freshness, the flavor, and you feel like you're drinking a sophisticated cup of coffee, but with the convenience.
Wow, that's a very good way to put it, DJs. Anyway, guys, price is 200 pesos per bag that already contains 8 pieces of drip coffee. Again, Anila Brew on Facebook, Instagram, and Shopee. Alright, next we go to Gilco's Pasalubong Center. So, Tito James, this one heads us back over to Marilao, Bulacan for their chicharon and butcheron that started since 2015. And the name Gilcos is actually derived from a combination of two surnames, Guillermo and Francisco. Well, Tito James, it's too bad I don't eat pork, so there's definitely going to be more for you. So how did you find it, Tito
Okay,
James?
And
how did
what
you-
is butcheron? What's that?
I think that that's back fat chicharon.
Okay,
I've
because
never heard of it, but I have to ask the owner, and this is how they described it. It's back fat chicharon. I, discovered something new.
All right. So, okay, I tried the both. There's one in a packet that's got some spicy sort of flavors on it. That was good. But then you've got the traditional chicharon.
Chicharon, okay.
Really yummy and
Oh, wow.
deadly.
And I see
in more ways
Rocket.
than one. Yeah, of course.
Rocket's trying
Rocket
to-
had the taste tested as well.
Oh!
Super delicious.
Wait.
Super delicious.
Wow. All right. Okay, guys. Chicharon is priced at 140 pesos per pack. And chicharon back fat or butcheron is 170 pesos. Again, it looks sinful to watch. Again, it's sinful, so watch your cholesterol and watch how you eat it because it can be addicting, right, James?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, it's super delicious.
All right, guys. Gilco's Pasalubong Center on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Drive Clean. So Drive Clean offers these car care products that come in these, it's very handy bottles such as their Gion tire cleaner, iron cleaner, restart wash, and they also have the Gion interior detailer that's safe for all surfaces. Though if you want something more dedicated, they also have the Gion vinyl, leather coat, and glass cleaner, and they even offer what they call a waffle dryer for your glass panels to make sure it's streak free. And they also offer sample sets such as the Gion Experience Set, which includes a little of everything that I just mentioned, and the Wash and Clean Set that you can use for the exterior of your car except the wheel and tire. They even offer these spray bottle heads as well, and even merch. So as you can see, Tito James, how do you like your merch right now?
Well, you tell me. I mean, you're the one looking at
I
it,
love,
right?
I
No,
love.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the Free Plug
Sorry.
Friday people.
Oh yeah. I like the design. I like how it's like geometric. The color scheme. Even mine as
Yeah.
well. I mean, I honestly say I love the fit, and even the fabric.
Yeah.
It feels premium.
Oh,
It feels
thanks.
very premium. And they even sent their Gion magazine that basically sums up who they are, who they represent, what they are as a company, and even these cool insulated bottles that have white and blue colors, just so you have something thick. It's super nice.
They also have an app.
They even have an app.
They have an app.
They have an
Why
app.
do they have an app? What's with the app?
I guess so that you can check out their cartoon merch. You can check
So it's
out.
all there. So it's not
all
just a
there.
Facebook and Instagram. You can go to the app.
You can go to the app, and they actually have the description of what each product does and what it's good for. I guess it's just like the premiumness of the brand because they
Right.
just wanted to have like a holistic experience, all in all. And every single merch or every single product always comes in an eco bag, so they're very environmentally conscious that way. Anyway, guys, hope you can check them out. Drive Clean on Facebook and Instagram, or you can check out their Gion app on the App Store or Google Play. Next, we go to Aqua Boys. So Aqua Boys hail in Quezon City. That started last January 2021, and they specialize in customized aquascape tanks. So think of landscaping, but for underwater. So Tito James, each set already includes the tank, the LED light, the water filter, the water conditioner, and Tito James, the best part is the owner is super hands-on with providing assistance on how to install and even maintain it. And I actually was live chatting with her while I was setting it up because she knows. I told her, I actually confessed that I have zero experience with this. How did you find my finished work, Tito James? With the lighting and everything, with a filter.
Well,
Oh my
firstly, it is amazing. So big clap for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think you did an awesome job. And I also think that it adds a lot of life into the place.
That's true.
Literally and figuratively, because I guess you put a goldfish in there, right?
Goldfish or something.
You put a goldfish in there, at least you got some life in your place. So
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Price starts at 2,300 pesos for a set, but can go higher depending on the tank size and other requirements you may need from the owners themselves, but they'll be happy to customize it for you. Again, Aqua Boys on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Carlo Pacific by Forex or carlopacific.com. So carlopacific.com is an online shopping platform that offers authentic global lifestyle brands and products, given it's so limited for us to travel. So they'll do the shopping for you from abroad. It could be either from US to Philippines or vice versa. Anyway, they sent over items such as the Adlai rice. And I know Tito James,
I love that.
That was
I love
pretty
that.
good. I know you were talking to me about that,
yeah.
how you love it very much.
Mhm.
It's actually a great product. And they even sent a bottle of red wine that's actually carefully packed. And you can see how intricate they are with packing their stuff. Craft beer from Chain Line, Trader Joe's seasoning, a travel cup, and so much more. But anything and everything you can think of that's from the States, you can have it sent over to the Philippines safely. And what's nice is they're very, and like I said, they're very conscious about making sure to pack it properly. Since I'm sure Tito James, you've also had a personal experience when you had something delivered or something sent over to you and they didn't pack it right, so there's already a damage on the item, which is
Bad trip, diba? That's
trip.
sobrang bad trip. And
Super bad
I mean, I loved it all. All right, the Adlai was so good. And I popped it into the rice cooker and I cooked just like one button. I just pressed
That's
one
it.
button. Yeah,
And that's
no
done.
fuss, no. And it's guilt-free. It's a guilt-free carb.
Anyway, guys, those are just one of the few items that you can have sent over by carlopacific.com. Also, they offer free shipping for a minimum purchase. Hope you can check them out. Carlo Pacific by Forex or carlopacific.com on Facebook and Instagram. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Free Bug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize the clockers. This is X. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your MEC Kiwi weekend. Bye! Rocket!
Why does Rocket get all the cheers? We Rocket do. Good heavens, Rocket didn't do anything. He just stole my butcheron. Oh, speaking of butcheron, X, we have a lot of very clued up folks over here. They're saying the chicharron is actually the chicken's esophagus or the neck part of the chicken. So learn something. Today years old when I learned that, because I did try it and it really did feel different. I mean, I didn't know what it was. So I was like, that's why I asked. And then when I was tasting it, it tastes really good, but the texture was weird. I mean, weird because you're expecting pork chicharron, right? But now I know. Thank you very much. I know what butcheron is, and it tastes really good. And it's just got a very different texture to the traditional chicharron. So there it is. So there we go. See, even a Tito can learn something new. You can teach a Tito new tricks. Speaking of new tricks, where's Rocket? He's underneath me. And he's ready. He's ready to draw out. But I think before we draw that out, we just basically, where am I? Pull this down a little bit. Just have to switch my music around a bit. Here we go. There we are. All right, so we've done the Free Plug Friday. We've done the inbox. We've done all of the stuff. It's now time for what everybody normally tunes in for and waits for, which is the raffle. Look at this. Rocket for President. Yeah, elections are coming up, right? May 2022. And while we'll never get political on this show or on the page, it's just not something that we do. What we can do, or what I will tell you wholeheartedly, is please exercise your right to vote, because now more than ever we need democracy to be strengthened around the world, not just here in the Philippines. A lot's going on around the world, and I don't know if you're paying attention to it or not, because it's there's so much going on that's taking your attention, and a lot of this is by design. So just exercise every time you have the right to, or every time you have the chance to exercise your democratic rights, your freedoms, etc. Please use it or lose it, because this is sadly the way the world is going. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm not trying to give conspiracy theories, but if you look around and open your eyes, you'll see that governments around the world are looking at slowly. Some of them are, giving the freedoms back. A lot of them are taking more and more and more, because this is an attempt like land grabbing, but it's power grabbing and it's control over people. So just never drop your guard. Always be aware that your rights are something that you need to defend. Your freedom is something you need to defend. So if people are just arbitrarily taking it from you, you know, you have the right to question. So always exercise your democratic right, and your biggest, most powerful democratic right that you have is the right to vote. I won't tell you who to vote for. That's entirely up to you. You don't even have to talk about it. That's fine. But that is everybody's democratic right as a citizen of a country, and you should exercise it, because if you don't, you have no right later on to complain about the state of things. I know that some people feel strongly about, well, there's nobody to vote for, so why am I going to waste a vote? Well, sadly, that's not really how it works, because they tend to, how do you call that? Exploit that. They exploit that fact that people feel disillusioned, people feel divided, and so they don't want to vote. And what happens is the machinery behind whoever has that extra machinery can win the election, because there are certain votes that are, how would you call it? What's a software? Programmable, maybe, you know? There are ways to guarantee a certain amount of votes. So we really need those authentic votes to come in and make your voices count. Again, I'm not saying who to vote for. I'm not even hinting. It's up to you. But it is your right. Make sure. I think they've extended, haven't they? The last time I checked, they had extended the registration period. I'm not sure exactly when it ends, but please do that, okay? Our nation and the world is in a little bit of a crisis right now, and I'm not talking about the COVID crisis. There is just a lot happening right now in the world, and governments are looking to, it's easier to control people when they have to take away some of their liberties. So again, while it starts off always with good intentions, a pandemic, sometimes these things are used against us, because as Winston Churchill says, never let a good crisis go to waste. So sometimes there are people out there who are always going to use this crisis to instill fear, to be able to swap some liberties in exchange for security and safety. Be careful every time somebody's peddling that to you, because if you can't see what the product is, you're the product. So if they're offering you something for nothing, security in exchange for what? It's your freedom. You'll never get that back. So be very, very careful. Vote wisely. Irish, you're right. Absolutely right. We need to vote for the right people. Absolutely right. I know the right people for me might not be the right people for you and the right people for him, because that's what politics is. It's representation of your interests and, of course, what you hold, you know, close and dear, your democracy, your freedoms, your right to income, the economy, etc. Everyone has a different perspective. And this is why politics can become so divisive. Because as I said, what's good for me might not be good for you. I will look for politicians who represent my interests and my station in life, or you will have probably a different one. So this is why we have to be more, well, it's becoming divided, because there was once upon a time we respected one another, but the grand plan here is to divide and conquer. Again, I'm not talking about the Philippines or just the Philippines. This is a global trend. Divide and conquer, get people confused, get people exasperated, get people angry, but most of all, get people isolated and alone and away from people. Because when that happens, you are helpless when they come for you. These are what we call the diseases of abundance. There's just too much information out there. There's too many choices out there. We get rattled, we get confused, and because we've been taken away from our support systems, which traditionally, as we've evolved through time, our tribes have taken care of threats. But throughout evolution, governments have taken care of threats. So you're no longer worried about your neighbor coming over with a spear as much. But if you see how that pattern goes, you're swapping those by the time, because we become so civilized and those threats no longer are out there that we used to have back in the day, you're comfortable sitting in front of your TV, eating your junk food and watching your Netflix. So when they come for you, when I say they, meaning the big corporations, they steal your data, they divide and conquer, you've lost your internal core support group. So make sure that you spend time with family. Make sure that you keep real relationships alive. Don't just rely on your online relationships. Don't just rely on what you read. Make sure you have proper human interaction. It's very, very important. I'm not telling you to go and violate any social distancing, because there are ways where you can still connect without physically actually having to be there. But make sure you connect, and it's more than just a like and a share here and there. You have meaningful relationships with people because this is what's going to get you through. Okay, we are creatures, we are social animals, and we are creatures of comfort and habit. We need that interaction to be able to stay alive and to stay happy. There's no point protecting life if we're not living it, right? Think about that. Okay, Jen wants to win. Florence wants to vote, and the deadline September 30. Thank you, Florence, for sharing that. You know what? It just escaped me, and I'm glad that you confirmed that. Just a tip, choose the lesser evil, and will make the country better. Yes, good point, Maverick. Good point. All right, so thank you very much for everyone. I am now going to pull out the magic raffle dog because... Are you ready? Everyone out there, what time is it? Let me check the time. Oh, I know what time it is. It's raffle time! Look who is just underfoot. Look who was just underfoot the whole time. He was just there waiting to draw the raffle. It's Rocket Ship, the rocket launcher. Hello, rocket launcher. Are you ready? Are you ready? You're trying to contain the excitement. I know it's a little bit too much, but try to calm down, Rocket. Calm down, okay? Okay. I'm trying to hold him up here. Okay, this one here is for the that's the headphones, right? The Nuraloop headphones. And I tried these ones. I tried these headphones. And what was unique about these headphones, Rocket, is you set up a listening profile. And it goes through a series of different sounds and stuff like that. And it's like, what is this? But then when it profiles your listening profile through, I don't know what kind of weird technology they use, boom, all of a sudden the music comes alive. And you're like, wow, I didn't know that was, wow. It's true what they say. It like gives color to music. That's how they advertise. And I was like, how do you have color to music? But then when you hear it, you hear what they say. There's a richness to it that I haven't heard with other headphones that I have. So I'm just really excited about somebody winning this because somebody gets to experience the same thing. And these are great in particular for exercising, Rocket. We're losing Rocket, Earth to Rocket. He's going down for the third time. Don't follow the light, Rocket. Oh no, he's going. We better do this before he, we lose him. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, trying to hold Rocket up so that I can see him. Come on, Rocket. Julian Baranda, congratulations. Did you put anything in Rocket's food or anything? He heard your voice. There you go. All right. Rocket, you have one more. See if you can stay awake for one more. Come on. Ready? Here we go. Hi, everyone. $2,000 for Neil M. Congratulations, Neil. Woohoo! 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 Pang-matagalan, Rocket. Come on, man. Why do you have to do this during the Motolite segment, Rocket? Our friends from Motolite, they're known for pang-matagalan, like high energy, never run out of bat. And you are our mascot, Raffle Dog, in the Motolite section, and you're falling asleep. This is bad for business. I got to be honest with you, Rocket. You got to start shaping up. This is your final warning. Why do I feel hate already? I'm feeling hate for lecturing Rocket. I haven't even seen the comments yet, but I'm just feeling hey, you leave him alone. All right, Rocket, say goodbye to your fan base there. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Okay, let's give him one last look at the cam. There you go. Bye, everyone. All right. There you go. Go back to your mother. All right, folks, that brings us to the end of the program. We hope you won. I think is the first thing that I hope that somebody out there in the live audience won. It's always great when it comes from our live audience, of course. Even if it's not, we will honor that. Just send us a message on Facebook, on this official Facebook, the message, you know what I'm talking about. And just include a screenshot just so we know it's you, and send it from the account that you saw, right? Because we'll verify that the software can actually go back and make sure, just in case, because I know we had a question before. What happens if it's the same name, right? There's a lot of people out there who have the same name. Well, this one will lead you straight to that account. So we'll check. We've had some accounts that tried to open an account with the same name, but then of course we can check that. It's like the account was just opened that day and didn't match. So, okay. So there you go. That's the raffle. Those are our winners. That was Rocket. You got latest news. You got latest of Free Plug Friday, plus a few lectures along the way. Sorry about my homilies if they got a little bit ranty at some point, but I just got a little bit. I do get a little bit riled up about. Not riled up. I get more passionate about things, especially when it's our country, because we only have one, right? I mean, okay, I have a dual citizenship, but still, this is my home. The other one, I'm only just a citizen of because of my father. That's it. I've never really even spent time there in England. I've only been there. I went to school there like 1 year, and that's it. So this is home. This is my country. This is my birthplace. This is where my mother was born. This is where her parents were born. This is where my children are born. This is where I was raised in. This is where they all went to school. I care. I love this country. I don't want it to just go down. And I'm just not saying that, I'm just saying to vote. That's all. All right? That's my final message. Vote wisely. Won't tell you who to vote for. Just vote. All right. Till then, guys, stay safe. Always keep sanitized. And we'll see you next Friday. Bye, all.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and talk a while.